Hi, my name's Carlson with AnimeLocation.tv. I'm here at Ohayocon 2017 with Miss KiKi Maroon.
Hi. I was showing them we're at Ohayocon.
All right. So how did you get in the world of entertainment? I mean, it's a very unique mix, so how did you get into it?
I've actually been producing shows for a while. I produced burlesque and stand-up comedy shows, and I had to go to the open mics to go find my talent, talent scout, and they were having so much fun. And I was like, I could do this. I think I could do it. And so I just got on stage, and they cannot get me off now.
Alrighty, so tell us about Rob and how you went from a fan to a friend.
So funny enough,
Yeah, let's find out.
this big fat jerk behind me. So before I was a performer, I actually was super into anime. I went to Ohayocon in Dallas, was like you've been, okay.
Well, I've never been, but I know about it. Yeah.
That was my mecca from about, we're not going to say ages, but
It's 27 years old. Let's just put it that way.
when I was 3, I started going to Ohayocon, and I was so into it, and me and my friends would always be like, Pedro! And it was a whole thing. And so then years later, I moved to Houston and started doing comedy and ended up meeting Rob and working with him. And out of nowhere, someone said something about him being a voice actor and brought up anime. And so he's like, oh yeah, I got an IMDb with like hundreds of things. Pulled it up and I was like, XL Saga? Yeah. It was just really strange because now he's just this guy I just know. And I'm like, whatever. But at the time, it was just, it was a big change for me.
Alrighty. So what fun story, you had a lot of great stories last night for Rob at his roast. So how did you think it went? How was it like to tell those stories and just a general flow of how it went last night?
It was so much fun. We had a great time. I've done a couple of roasts before, just like stand-up comedy type stuff. I'd never done one at a convention. Yeah. It was so awesome. There was other people on the panel, other voice actors, so it was great to be able to research and do very specific jokes that no other crowd would get. This is my crowd. These are my people. So to be able to tell these jokes was fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, especially with Slade and Sam and John Swayze up there at the same time, made it really good.
Funny. John Swayze shocked me. I didn't realize how funny he'd be.
He's a wonderful, wonderful gentleman when it comes to that. So tell us about your cosplay burlesque shows and how you can mix that with stand-up comedy. I mean, I know a lot of people here in the state of Ohio who do stand-up burlesque as well. I'm friends with Lord Loki's Theater of Mischief. They're actually my personal friends. And and they do, unfortunately, they might be taking a break, but they're still around, so you might want to look them up. And I know a couple other burlesque troops, Shannon and Richard Townsend of No Yun Press, I think it is. Who's Shannon and Townsend's Talking No Yun? Shannon is a belly dancer, and we're also friends with Zoe Van West.
There's so much
everything. Do you know who Zoe? No. Yeah, Zoe Van West is the girl who used to do the Keeley girl pants and the fat pants in the 90s and 2000s for raves. She's Zoe Van West. Okay. She does belly dancing, burlesque, fire dancing, sword dancing. She's a happy hardcore singer for techno. On top of all of that, so you might see her at a con.
Yeah, I need to look them up.
She goes to MetroCon down in Florida.
I definitely need to look them up. Yeah, it is so much fun. There's such a huge amount of people doing it now, which makes it fun for me because again, I perform, but I also produce. So I always want to hear these names because we get contacted for different themes all the time. We'll do fire shows. I've done charity events, different things. So when we started being contacted by conventions, it was great to be able to reach out to these people that I know that do the cosplay burlesque, it's the nerdlesque stuff. Oh my God, it's hilarious. One of my very favorite performers, I'll tell you right now, it's Honeymoon Pie in Houston, Texas. Comes out as a Poke trainer, but all sparkle, glitter, Vegas style Poke trainer to the Pokemon theme song. Opens up her thing, Poke bra under. Then the music changes to a hip hop song that's Jiggle It, Jiggle It, Jiggle It. She turns around and she's got Jigglypuff on her bum and does a little twerk dance. Yeah. Oh my God, it's hilarious. That's why I love getting to do these conventions because we can do these outrageous things that only these fans will they'll get it, they'll appreciate it. I love it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So how did fans receive the events that when you first started them? It's not a thing some people kind of go into looking for at a convention or are really into. I mean, it takes a little because people have to understand that burlesque is not sexual. It's a art form So because people have that negative stereotype, well, I would say stigma to it, not stereotyping, but stigma to it. How did you get people to be like, no, come in and enjoy and learn? You're like, how did you get people to do that?
It's always that first booking, honestly, because people are like, we're not really sure, we're family friendly in the night. I was like, you have a hentai room at night. Okay, if you have a hentai room, you can have a classy art room on the side. And there's always just that initial thing, but once people get in there, which usually the costumes alone, because there's such an appreciation for cosplay, so to take those things and transfer them to like this Vegas showgirl style, people usually appreciate, and they see the workmanship behind it, because it's, oh my God, these giant headpieces we have to make. So that usually gets them in the door, and once they're there, the show itself is amazing. We have stand-up comedy, we have circus acts, we've done aerial. We had one time, yeah, we've done wire. We had a master splinter at my last show who came out and did we hung a chain from the ceiling, and she climbs it and does trapeze stuff off of a chain as Master Splinter. So once,
pretty impressive.
Oh, it's amazing. So once people are in the room, it sells itself.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So going into the convention circuit, how was the transition, and how did you come along to come about it? Like you said, you've been working with Rob for many, many years and all that type of stuff, so you're kind of already used to it, but like, how did you go from being stand-up burlesque to then convention burlesque, and then maybe then going back to, like, how do you do all the great flow to it?
Oh my goodness. It's not difficult because it's so different. We work with so many music venues, and we'll do the classic burlesque, the va-va-voom thing, and then we'll get booked for circus shows, so we'll do that. So then when we get to the convention, it's like we get to unleash our nerdy side, and so it's almost like each show is a break from the other, if that makes sense. And the audiences are so
like, this isn't that bad. It's like, I do this week, and then I do this
absolutely.
week, and then I just have to pull different costumes from here.
They all break. And my classic burlesque shows, that audience is usually like we'll say 35 to 55-year-old women, a lot of divorcee parties, women that want to come and take our burlesque classes also. And so then when we come out here, it's just a different market. So it's fun to interact with so many different kinds of people. I love it.
That sounds wonderful. I love to hear that. So how can fans keep up with you online, and any upcoming shows you want fans to know about?
Everything is at KiKi Maroon. I have KiKiMaroon.com is my website. That's where we have links to my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Tumblr. Everything's at KiKi Maroon. So check me out.
What can fans, if they want to see you, do you have any upcoming shows you want to talk about, like real quick, like anything within the next 2-3 months?
Well, if you're ever in Texas, I do have a monthly show at Warehouse Live. That's our classic burlesque, stand-up comedy, live music, very like Vegas kind of New Orleans style. So tickets are for that at KiKi Maroon also, Warehouse Live. But right now with conventions, oh my God, I would have to talk to them about what's coming on. I know we're in Ohayocon in October, but that's really far away in the future. Just keep up with us. I have a mailing list that you can sign up to as well, so you can find out where we're going to be next.
Alrighty, and any message you want to give to the wonderful fans that are watching right now?
Oh my goodness. I love you. Like, really though, you guys are the reason that we get to do this, and so it makes me just keep wanting to be better and bring you bigger and better shows. So thank you for that.
All right, thank you so much, KiKi. It's actually wonderful to learn all these wonderful things about burlesque. Thank you so much.
Thank you.